Hey, good afternoon. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Good afternoon. This is Earlene Bohannon with the Earlene and Steve Show. Welcome back. It's spring break week.
It is spring break week.
Everybody's a little discombobulated.
I think the wind just kind of blew us off schedule.
No kidding. That was crazy stuff, wasn't it?
It was very windy last night.
Yeah.
How did I think Doe Valley survived?
Doe Valley did survive, but Doe Valley did get a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a little bit.
I saw the trucks on the side of the road. It seems like they always come out. Either it's electric company and it's BBTEL or it's some other services.
Well, I know that the general manager of Doe Valley was out at midnight last night checking out some damage, but you can't really tell when it's still raining and it's still really dark.
All right.
Speaking of the general manager of Doe Valley,
yes,
we have a couple of great guests here today.
You do?
We do. We have Spohn, who is one of our writers and reporters for the Meade County Messenger. And he and Eddie Bohannon, who is general manager of Doe Valley, are going to kind of bring us through the paces and talk a little bit about what's going on with Doe Valley and all the upcoming things that are happening. We've got lots to talk about.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we can start here. First of all, over the past few months, maybe a year, we've done the article Between Two Pines, and we're kind of bringing it in the studio to y'all this morning. So we appreciate being here.
Well, and I love that too. I love the way you take lyrics from songs and kind of put it into play. I think that's very clever of you guys.
Maybe
to do that.
for a future radio show, we can kind of jump in.
Oh yeah.
I can set you up. Yeah, well, that'll work.
Yeah,
Just a little guitar action.
But we are here to talk about kind of things, all things Doe Valley, of things that might have happened over the past few months. And then, of course, we're looking forward to the spring and, of course, summer on the lake is a big thing. So we're going to kind of talk about, some of those. So I guess the elephant in the room is kind of Eddie's storm damage assessment from the kind of weather we had over the last couple of days.
So the 10,000-foot view is we've got probably 20 to 30 trees are down. A lot of those on the golf course. So a lot of guys are out this morning working through that, just trying to get paths cleared and things like that. But it's so wet we can't get the equipment out there. So it was a lot of damage, and so it's going to be a busy week trying to get that cleared.
Were there any power lines down?
We had a power issue on one road, but it wasn't too bad. And we've got some trees that are laying on lines, but they're not down. So RECC's already been on board helping us with that. So
That's good. And you didn't even really have everything cleaned up from those major ice storms.
Well, we had all the pathways are cleaned up. We still had some tree limbs that were down that haven't been chipped up or removed yet. So that's just another pile to add to it.
Right,
so,
right.
We've got a lot going on.
Yeah, one thing I did notice, being a resident down there in Doe Valley, is the roadway repairs that have been happening over the past month. More specifically, I guess the marina has all been blacktopped and paved, and looks really nice when I went down there the other day. So kudos to your team and everybody that got that done.
Thank you. So what we did was we went through entire Doe Valley. We couldn't do it all, obviously. It cost, somewhere between $200,000 to $300,000 to do a single mile of road.
Oh,
So when you're doing patching like we did, you don't get as much of a bang for your buck. So we picked out the worst spots, and the marina was really bad. And then we picked out the worst spots on the parkway and throughout. So we got as much done as we could. We still have a few more spots that are going to come back and be touched up and worked on. But we did get quite a bit of work done. And it was a welcome needed change. So
I think everybody appreciated it. And of course, it's hard being a general manager. People were complaining back in November, December about potholes. Which is likely, but really, I mean, you have to wait. Till
you can't do anything. You can't do anything when the weather's
freezes.
bad. Yep.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
And it tears up any kind of patchwork you've done. So, but we do appreciate that. Any other general maintenance going on in the valley that we need to be looking at?
Well, I guess we'll probably get into the 19th hole at some point. But no, really, the road work has been the bulk of what we've been doing as far as from the maintenance team. We are doing some revitalization on our campgrounds.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of things that we're going to happen in the next couple of months up at our campgrounds.
Okay,
so
we'll kind of talk about that.
Yeah, that's two of the biggest things.
Okay, I know kind of looking at the next couple weeks here, we do have the Easter egg hunt, annual Easter egg hunt, I guess. I think we've done it pretty much maybe during some COVID times.
I think we actually did do it during COVID times. And this is something that's open to the general public.
Yeah, so this is actually sponsored by the Muldrow Community Action Group. I think what I saw when they they have about 2,000 eggs out
Well,
there.
actually,
Prize eggs.
this is kind of funny. They are putting out 2,025 eggs.
Oh, is that what?
Because
it is?
they said they were
Why
putting
not?
out 2,000, and I was talking to the committee that's handling this, which great committee, by the way.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you're so close to the year, and they were like, oh, and so they're putting out 2,025 eggs for the year.
2025.
Yep.
What more? I guess the time and the location for this event that is open to the public. Are we looking at? I think it's about a 12 o'clock is what they're looking.
Yeah, I
at.
think it's noon.
Down there by the tennis courts, right?
That's
Yep.
correct.
By
Yep.
the swimming
Correct.
pool and the
That's
So
the
you
biggest.
go in through
That's
that-
the biggest open area
Yeah.
that we could get.
Now,
we
is
could
that
get.
actually the back gate, the gate that's over there close to the?
No, that would be the S&T gate.
So
The back gate is back on 933.
for someone who's not familiar, who's new to Meade County, would they look for the S&T gate?
the gate off Bethel Road.
Bethel Road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's,
Yep.
it's there. There's a great kind of Doe Valley community sign there, and you kind of drive. If you're familiar, most people are familiar with the condos that are back
Right.
there. So if they go toward the condos, and of course, I guess the gate turnstile will be open
It will be.
for that. And then I guess they will also have a market, going a pre-Easter market.
Yep.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw with
wonderful.
Some vendors there for.
So it'll be a really fun event.
yeah, fun day kind of there. And of course, to go walk down by the lake. It might be a little chilly right now to
It may be.
get in the water, but it's always.
And
nice
what
to
day is
see
that
it.
again?
That'll be April 12th.
April 12th.
Saturday.
Okay, very
at
good.
noon. Yeah.
Yep,
so
we'll get that down.
that's one thing we have. We also have internal community stuff, but we're looking for community to come out and volunteer for our spring cleanup. As we say, the limbs and everything that's down, the team can get after some of it, but we also need, people that are volunteers. I think you're April 18th, which is a Friday. And the
That's
19th.
correct.
Yeah.
And we're going to put out 2 dumpsters
Uh-huh.
at various points throughout the community that people can use,
Right.
to dump stuff. So we're looking forward to that. It's been a pretty good hit every year.
Yeah.
A lot of involvement with the community. So
Now,
we
does it
wanna continue
matter
that.
what they put in there? Like,
does.
if they have
Absolutely
something-
does. Absolutely does.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Oh, yeah.
so, okay. So, what are some of the things they can't?
Well, you can't put chemicals. You can't put paint. You
Hazmats,
can't put
Batteries.
things
Oh,
like
I see.
And
So if
there's
they
a-
have a can of
Tires,
old
yeah.
paint, they can't come and toss that in there.
So one of the residents has posted on the Doe Valley Facebook page what cannot be put in. as
Okay,
well.
very good, very
That's
It's
good.
just
out
it's
there.
really a safety thing for the workers that have
Right.
to kind of go through that.
Right,
Well,
but if somebody has
we've
like,
reported on a couple of fires that have occurred over at the
Oh,
the
sure.
dump station as a prime example.
Oh, well,
the
that's
chemical
true.
fires that
Yeah,
start
that's-
from
so we don't
mixing
wanna-
stuff.
we don't want
Yeah.
a fire to start at Doe Valley.
Yeah,
yeah,
we
that
don't
that wouldn't
wanna
be.
do
Yeah.
And-
Okay.
And then I think on the 19th, which is a Saturday at 10 a.m., I saw that they're looking for a specific group to kind of do the area beautification.
That's correct.
In the front gate area, and they'll have
Yes.
a little light lunch there for.
That's
But
correct.
it is a great way to really meet neighbors. I mean, we're not asking to be out there 12 hours with big shovels digging. We're just doing some gardening.
Well, one of the things that I want to pop in here and say is the volunteerism and the community that is and has been Doe Valley is just tremendous as
Right.
far as our neighborhood is concerned. I remember I moved here on June 1st of 2019. So my first opportunity to be involved in anything like this was a beach cleanup.
Oh, yeah.
They'd put out, we're going to do the beach cleanup. You guys come meet us over at the East Beach. And Eddie had to work, so I went down by myself. And that was the first time that I met some of the people that I'm still very close friends
Right.
with now. And so it's just a great way to plug in and get to know people, and then to form those bonds that we have.
Yeah.
Eddie, how many people live in Doe Valley? How many households?
There's about roughly 1,000 households,
Okay.
around 3,000 people or so. Give or
Okay.
take.
That's a pretty big population
Yeah.
for a small
It's pretty
community.
close. It's pretty close to the size of Brandenburg.
Yeah. Okay.
Real
Second
close.
second largest city, and I guess you could
Pretty
say
close.
right.
Yeah.
And it's growing. I see some new builds going
There's
on
lots of
all the
builds.
time.
Several
going
new
on.
builds coming in as well. So we're and that's not exact numbers, but it's pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we have those activities. A few other things I think that I saw kind of going on, and one that I kind of want to talk about is, of course, the Lakeside Bar and Grill that's down there.
Yes.
And just to kind of plug what they have going on, I know they have a music bingo night on Thursdays at 7. That they
I've
like
heard
to do.
that's super popular.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. I know a couple places in town that do that too, but it is fun. I mean, we're kind of just sharing around. But that's a fun event. I know they also have trivia nights. They also have karaoke.
Yep.
And this club is open to the public.
It really is.
The old days of exclusive. You have to be a Doe Valley member are kind of gone as we're it's trying to make money, and of course,
Food's great there too.
Well, and the Hoobrys are just doing such a good job with it. You know,
Yeah.
Terry is an exceptional chef on her own, and then she's got cooks that also do a lot of really comforting Southern cooking. They try different things, but they're not like too lofty. You know, like everything that they prepare is something that's comfortable, and just the ambiance there, the fire going,
they got the chairs, the lounge
yeah,
chairs
those
there
big
now.
comfortable couches. It makes someone get in there and just want to sink into those couches or just pull up a chair and chit chat. I know that whenever we go out there, it's almost like we bounce from table to table because there's
Right.
so many people there. Like we'll have our table, but then we'll be like, "Oh, hi," and then we'll run off and go say hello to somebody else.
Well, I live there, and every night I drive by, the club. I see cars in the parking lot, which makes me feel good that
Yeah.
that it's being used, and hopefully, like I said, a lot of the community from outside the gates of Doe Valley are doing it. Now their hours and their days have kind of changed historically. Now it's a Thursday to a Saturday, which is 5:30 to 9. But also, more importantly for me, because I'm kind of just busy throughout the weeknight with kids' sports
Yeah.
and church groups, is that Sunday brunch. we have
Oh,
now,
that Sunday brunch
which is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and has a variety of those late breakfast, early breakfast fans. Or
Oh, yeah, it's
or
Well,
great.
you can get
the lunch.
brunch too. So
Yeah,
they
so
go
it
ahead
is
and
a
open
brunch.
the salad bar, and they have soup on it, and then you can get wraps and sandwiches.
They have custom coffee for. I'm not sure who the supplier is.
I don't know who that is, but I know they're looking to even expand their hours at some point.
Okay.
They're really just kind of getting their feet wet here,
Yeah.
and they've done a great job.
They have a lot of community support.
Well, I think the biggest thing that we wanted to do was kind of break that stigma of
Mm-hmm.
Doe Valley versus anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we wanted to open. We want to share that experience with the entire
Well, and
communities.
and that's exactly true. Neither one of you Stevens lived here as children, but Eddie and I both lived here when we were children, and it really did have a stigma.
The
It-
Shangri-La. of
Oh my
Meade
gosh,
County.
it really
Yeah.
did. And there are people that we grew up with that are now in their 50s or 60s, and they're still like, "Oh, Doe Valley."
Yeah,
and
sure.
and so,
But the same people that live in Doe Valley, live in Brandenburg, live in Meade County, they have the same jobs. They do the same thing. They drive the same kind of cars.
that's right.
They just choose to live, behind the gate.
Yeah.
And
And
with
that's
the lakes
okay.
at.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's right. That's
It
right.
is has a lot of amenities. It comes with a quality of life that some people desire.
Exactly.
Speaking of the one of the amenities that you guys have is the golf course, which is open to the public. It's a beautiful golf course, but you guys are having some fancy stuff being added on
What I
with the
hear.
19th hole, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we've our 19th hole burnt down in August of 23,
Right.
and it took some time to work through the insurance and all the design and the processes. So we kicked off building in December.
It's coming pretty fast.
Yeah, we anticipated April 1st, but with the weather in December and January, that kicked us back. So we decided that May 1st will be our opening. We're really close right now.
Oh, that's good. But it's open. It's like I got an open floor plan, correct? And it's very. It's for entertaining and it's something about. I remember you and I had a conversation. Golf simulators.
Yeah, we're looking at putting in a couple of golf simulators. That probably won't be ready for the grand opening, but we're looking at that.
Okay.
And so what we did, the original 19th hole was about 1,500 square feet. So we ended up making it twice the size.
Okay.
So, and then we redid our pro shop as well. So we've got a lot more room than we had. So it's all going to be brand new inside.
It'd be like meeting space or
Meeting spaces.
tables.
Will people be able to rent it if they wanted to rent it
They
for
will.
for
They will.
an event?
There will. We're looking at all those opportunities for people.
Wow.
So we want to make it. And if you haven't been out there, behind the 19th hole, we've removed about 9 or 10 trees, big trees, that opens us up to the golf course, and it really,
Oh, okay.
really nice opening. And
So you're talking about like where you would sit on that patio. A lot of those big trees are okay.
we're making that patio bigger out back as well. So one of the things that Justin, the golf manager, has talked about is on some of the tournaments, he's going to flip the holes to where 9 will now be 18, so everybody can watch you come up on 18.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
that's
that
nice,
should be
yeah.
pretty exciting.
Oh, I see. That would be a great way to walk off on some of these tournaments right there at the 8. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
not
cool.
Me.
No.
Stand clear.
Yeah.
Are you not a golfer?
No.
Well, I'm not a golfer either. I'll ride around in the golf cart with Eddie, and he'll pull a stick out, and then he'll put the ball down, and he'll tell me to whack it, and that's it. That's as far as I get.
So officially, that's really not what I say.
In the Army, I was just told, go out there and golf so your boss looks better at his game. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
That sounds familiar. Yeah. So with the 19th hole, the golf is open. I know the campground is coming. It's springtime. People are coming. Is the campground open to? Is that where, like, if I'm a resident and I want to go camp there, or if I have friends coming in, they can camp there, or is that open to the public as well?
No,
So
it's really for Doe Valley. Now you can sponsor somebody to come in and go camping.
Okay.
You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So if you don't have, it's not like Otter Creek where they've got somebody managing the campground full time and stuff. You just do that through the office.
We do it through the security office.
Okay.
They take care of all that.
All right.
And I think one of the underutilized resources there is they have a tent camping area for some fun.
And the day camp is actually going to camp out there the last week of May. So they're all gonna fling their tents out there and camp it. And spend the night, which I expect the two of you to show up with your guitars again.
Any snipe hunting or anything like that, or
all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved camping in the tent when I was a kid. You know, it's just
setting
fun
it up.
activities that people can go out there and do with their family over a weekend.
Well, and that's always a big thing because we've done it a couple of times actually, and it's just another great way for the community to show up. And we have a bonfire, and we do all the things. The kids have those glow in the dark necklaces, and we go night swimming. So it really is a really fun activity.
Yeah.
It might still be a little chilly.
The kids won't care.
Well, will the lake still be chilly at the end of May?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. It'll still
Usually
chilly.
about mid-July, then we're feeling kind of in that nice.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the...
Before we do that, I do need to get our sponsors in here real fast. So I'm going to cut the sponsors, and then we're going to come back on that note, Miss Earlene.
This episode is sponsored by Serenity Fitness, Yoga, and Reiki, where wellness isn't about following rigid rules, it's about discovering what truly works for you. Founder Wendy Spohn, a retired and disabled Army veteran, created Empowered Serenity, a coaching program designed to help you break free from old patterns, reconnect with your intuition, and step into your power. With meditation, movement, energy work, and intuitive practices, this isn't just coaching, it's a journey of transformation. Learn more at myserenityfitness.com.
Looking to master the art of Taekwondo? Join Sharon's Taekwondo Academy, founded by Bobby Sharon in 1975. Conveniently located off of North Dixie Highway in Elizabethtown, our academy welcomes students of all ages and skill levels. Connect with us on Facebook at Sharon Taekwondo to see our vibrant community, including many Meade County residents. Visit us online at www.sharontaekwondo.com. Sharon's Taekwondo Academy, where discipline meets excellence. Injured? Unsure where to turn? Meet Darren Sipes, attorney at law, Brandenburg's trusted personal injury advocate. Located at 313 Hillcrest Drive, Darren is here to fight for your rights and get the justice you deserve, whether it's an accident at work or on the road. His expertise and compassion put you first. Call today at 270-422-3939 to schedule a free consultation. Don't face the legal system alone. Let Darren Sipes lead the way. Your fight is his mission. And we're back. Welcome back.
Thanks, Steve.
I've got a whole group in here today. It says full house. I love it. If you haven't been listening in, we've been talking about Doe Valley, some of the amenities. We've got the general manager, Eddie Bohannon, and we've got our own reporter, Stephen Spohn, in the studio. So we're super glad that you guys are here.
I love when we have guests.
I do too.
I like doing the show with you as well, but when we have guests, it's loads of fun.
Well, it is because there's so much going on, and we love it's just finding out what else is happening besides from us.
Yeah. So one of the things that we were talking about before you went to our sponsor break was Doe Valley Lake, and so there's always a lot of questions. Like I always notice on the local social medias, people often say, "Well, can anybody go use Doe Valley Lake?" So I'm going to let these gentlemen discuss that and start with that.
The answer is no. It's really for the community. and you can have guests come in with you, but it's really for the community.
Yeah. Now there's people that just will buy a plot of land just to have access and pay all the HOA fees with it. So it's not totally like this. So there is a way that if you want to utilize.
And there is land for sale.
But it is members.
As
So
members.
the easiest way is
Yeah,
members from
but
the
once you
lake.
buy land, then you're a member of
You're a
the
member.
Valley.
That's correct.
Right. Now, with that, before we get, I guess, to the lake, one more thing I wanted to cover was community yard sale coming up, which is a big event for us. It's Saturday, May 17th. It'll be from 9 to 4. Of course, we want the public to come in there and see what we have, but it is enter through the front gate so you can be access and clear.
And then
We'll
you
have
get a
of
list,
houses.
right? A list.
You use a list of homes.
We've
that's
already
correct.
had people calling Sean out at our front desk asking about the Doe Valley.
Yeah, it's a good event. I mean, out there. So for those in Doe Valley, get registered if you have.
It's a good turnout.
You have the things, and of course, we invite the public to put that on their calendars and come out and spend some time.
Similar entrance, right? It's that back entrance by the condos.
No,
or is
you
it?
have to go in the front entrance off of
Old Mill Road.
1638.
Oh, okay.
The main entrance.
The main entrance.
Yep.
Okay. It's not going to be over in that park area by S&T. It'll be where then?
Well, sometimes they'll have people set up there.
Okay.
Right now, but this is really driving kind of a community.
Oh,
event.
at the homes yard sale. Okay.
It's like a
I gotcha.
traditional yard sale.
Well, what's the one where y'all do it over at the park where everybody comes and sets up?
Well, that used to be the only way we did it.
Okay.
But just
So
in the
now
past
it's
2
put your
years-
yard sale out sign. Okay.
Yeah, but in the past 2 years, we've kind of
Mm-hmm.
upgraded that
I
so that
gotcha.
people can come in and drive through the neighborhoods and and it's so much easier for someone just to take all their stuff.
It'd be really neat if they just put their little thing in the paper so you could fold it in half and put all the
Imagine that.
streets. Yep.
Yeah.
We could even put
That's
it
an
together in
idea.
a route. It's only
discuss
$10 a spot for, you just put your address and we'll put Doe Valley Yard Sale and all the houses that are on it.
What are we in, like 10 minutes?
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
We're in like 10 minutes, and I got the sale sign, so I knew it was coming. But
Well, I mean, it's an idea. I mean, you remember back when you used to open up the paper and you
yeah.
had your list and you circled the ones you wanted to
and
go
it hasn't
to.
been that far.
Yeah,
back.
no,
yeah,
yeah.
that was the thing that I did
But-
every weekend. Sure.
And then you just fold it in half
Yeah, I
and
love it.
you circle the ones you want to go.
I know people post their yard sales all the time. It's a good way to do that.
Yeah, but I think that would be good. You guys also have another huge event that is open to the public that's coming up. You want to talk about that? It's kind of involves the night sky.
Yes, it's our 4th of July summer celebration, we call it. We very seldom have it on the 4th just because it's so difficult to get the folks out there to do it with the fireworks display and all that. So it's on June 28th.
Okay.
Saturday. Okay. And yes, it is open to the public. Now, the gate opens up in the evening to let everybody in.
Sure.
But what we're trying to do, and we do this every year, is we try to get sponsorships from town and from all the business to, kind of help donate. It's expensive to fireworks display. And the city does the same thing. So what we do is that anybody who donates to this, we give them some passes where they can come in and spend all day. They can come in and spend all day at the lake and so forth. So it's a big event for us.
Sure.
And it's a big draw. A lot of people come to this every year. The lake is full of boats.
Yeah.
It is so fun.
It's
It
kind
is
of the
one
best view, right? Because you get
It's
the
the best
reflection
view.
off the lake and watch the sky.
It's just one of the most fun days of the year for Doe Valley.
Well, the pool, like this past year, the pool was full. We had a dunking booth. We had all kinds of.
Oh wait, that Duncan booth. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that. A lot of
I do.
things are going on.
I heard
A lot
about
of things
that.
are going on, and it's a good way to get the community out. We want to get everybody in to see the show.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's great that Doe Valley community, while it is an HOA, y'all do cooperate with the local government entities very well, and the coordination activities that go on between, yourself and the local mayors and elected officials. I think that it's brilliant how y'all
It's a good
make the
point that
cooperation.
you brought that up because so many people don't realize all the steps that are taken to make this event possible. I mean, it starts out months prior to the event. Don't you have to
Permits.
fill out lots of permits and get lots of permission? There has to be a fire department on hand. What else do you have to do?
Fire department, we have to have police on hand for take care of the roads. So one thing that you'd mentioned about the coordination is, I think it was a week or two after last year's celebration, I got a call from from Mayor David Pace,
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Hey, when are you going to do it next year? We want to make sure that we coincide, that we don't overlap each other." So we do work very well with them in
That's
that
good.
respect,
Yeah.
just so we get as many people to get to see these types of shows as possible.
Well, I know I went to both last year. I went to the Brandenburg City, which they did a phenomenal job. It's the first time they brought it back over to the park and the campground. And we stayed at the campground there to watch that fireworks, and the kids absolutely loved it because they didn't have to go anywhere and everybody else was waiting to drive off.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which is kind of like the Doe Valley, right? If you live there, it's not very far to go, and you're going to hang out on the lake or pull your boat back to the dock, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, one word of caution. Last year we had a delay around the middle of the show because some kayakers decided to kayak right up to where they were lighting the fireworks off. So we'll have safeguards in place for that this year.
Very good.
Make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
but
safety's
it's
paramount out there.
Yeah, it takes I mean, the week leading up to it is very busy for us and for the company that comes in and does it for us. So a lot going on in that week.
Yeah, especially setting up fireworks and make sure that they're done right. So somebody can blow a hand off. That stuff is pretty serious.
We don't want that going on.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you've been, Eddie, you've been in the seat now. It's been a year, a little over, isn't it?
No, not pretty close.
Are you getting there? Anniversary's
April 30th is a year.
Yeah. So what's some of the things that you got a year under your belt that you're looking forward to in the coming year?
Oh, the biggest thing was just getting to know the people, the employees.
Yeah.
You know, at any given time throughout the summer, there can be upwards of close to 100 employees in Doe Valley. And most people don't realize there's so many people who work out there. You know, we have a lot of different departments and a lot of things that we do. So the biggest thing was really getting to know everybody.
Sure.
And getting to know the structures, what the needs are. That's one of the biggest challenges, is knowing what needs to be fixed, when you're going to start it, you know, what's
planning,
most important. And then obviously you got a budget to work with, just like the city does.
Yeah.
And we don't have unlimited funds. So it's important that we stick to our budget and work through that every year. And then plan. As soon as we get a budget done, we start planning for the next budget, for the next year. And we have a lot of needs. You know, we've got a lake that we did some dredging on this year, and which really helped get some fresh water in, and we'll have to do more. You know, it's just something you have to do with lakes. Yeah. And you know, all buildings are getting older, so you know,
infrastructure.
We're doing as much infrastructure work as we can. We replaced last year probably 1,500 feet of sewer line. We'll do similar this year. We're on a big project right now. We're replacing a lot of sewer lines. And, you know, you look at a lot of structures that have been put in since the 60s. And it's all clay. So we're upgrading that. We're upgrading our water. So a lot of things are happening.
Yeah, PVC makes a big difference over clay. Yeah.
So that's the things that most people don't understand when you have an HOA. Yeah. Especially when we're not subsidized by anybody else.
Right.
Yeah, there's no tax dollars coming in. It's not governmental, it's fundamental.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, everything inside of Doe Valley to do with Doe Valley is paid for by
Doe Valley.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to do.
Well, we appreciate your support of the Messenger here at Doe Valley. And speaking of not only your support, but we do have some sponsors we want to mention before we close out. So we're going to cut to sponsors real quick, and then we'll be right back to close out the show. Stay tuned.
This episode is sponsored by Serenity Fitness, Yoga, and Reiki, where wellness isn't about following rigid rules, it's about discovering what truly works for you. Founder Spohn, a retired and disabled Army veteran, created Empowered Serenity, a coaching program designed to help you break free from old patterns, reconnect with your intuition, and step into your power. With meditation, movement, energy work, and intuitive practices, this isn't just coaching, it's a journey of transformation. Learn more at myserenityfitness.com.
Looking to master the art of Taekwondo? Join Sharon's Taekwondo Academy, founded by Bobby Sharon in 1975. Conveniently located off of North Dixie Highway in Elizabethtown, our academy welcomes students of all ages and skill levels. Connect with us on Facebook at Sharon Taekwondo to see our vibrant community, including many Meade County residents. Visit us online at www.sharontaekwondo.com. Sharon's Taekwondo Academy, where discipline meets excellence. Injured? Unsure where to turn? Meet Darren Sipes, attorney at law, Brandenburg's trusted personal injury advocate. Located at 313 Hillcrest Drive, Darren is here to fight for your rights and get the justice you deserve, whether it's an accident at work or on the road. His expertise and compassion put you first. Call today at 270-422-3939 to schedule a free consultation. Don't face the legal system alone. Let Darren Sipes lead the way. Your fight is his mission.
So we've had a really great time having Eddie Bohannon and Stephen Spohn on the show today. And before we close out, I think it's pretty important. You know, Doe Valley, the community of Doe Valley is built around a lake. And the Meade County Messenger had posted a history of Doe Valley, how it was founded, how the lake came to be, and all that sort of thing. So a lot of everything to do with Doe Valley centers on the lake. So I want us to talk a little bit about Doe Valley Lake, some of the things that go on with that before we go ahead and say goodbye for the day.
Yeah, so I mean, to start with, I think is safety should be our number one priority out there during the summer months, because there's kids out there, there's people, and we always have new people coming in here, maybe first time owning a boat or getting out there on a boat. So the first thing is Doe Valley has a restriction on the horsepower, right?
That's correct. For the pontoons, it's 25 horsepower,
and that you can put on a 35 or take off a 35 or
No.
55 sticker.
Nope.
And we have a system in place.
We have a system in place to look at that. Absolutely. Every boat now has to be inspected by the Doe Valley staff every 3 years.
Right.
And it can't be put on the lake without being inspected. So we do that to check the safety features of the boat, obviously. Does it have a fire extinguisher? Do the lights work? Does the horn work? Things like that. And surprisingly enough, we've had so many that did not.
Right.
So, and you know, some of the community didn't really appreciate that, but I think in general, the majority understands it.
Yeah, I think as you said, the minority is never happy, but the majority is like, we want to be safe out there, because when you go to like a 4th of July event, and it's dark out, you know, if somebody doesn't have working, you know, lights out there, that makes a difference.
Yep.
And you know, another safety is, of course, we have the pontoon crafts and everything, but also we have a lot of kayakers and even, you know, recreational swimmers. We always encourage people to stay swimming inside the beach area.
Yeah, on each side of the lake.
But people do kind of go out there in the middle of the lake and
They do.
and anchor their boat and kind of swim around it. So is there any kind of rules we're looking for as far as
No, just stay within the area of your boat
About
if you're
10
out
feet,
doing that.
kinda,
Yeah,
don't go just
within
kind
your
of
boat.
floating out there.
And we really don't like people to get in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Right, but
Really,
and then
there's a
people
lot of
who are
codes.
coming by be cognizant of
Absolutely.
people who are.
Yeah.
So we're going to start posting some safe boater rules on our website.
Yeah.
So people can start kind of getting ahead of that before the boating season happens this year. And that's one of the big things that we're trying to do as a community. You know, we have 300 plus boats out there. And at any given time, there could be 100 boats on the lake at any given time. And so it's real important that everybody's safe.
Yeah.
And we do have Kentucky Fish and Wildlife. They do come out.
They do.
And they have had issues with folks. I mean, it's the same rules on our lake as it is any waterway.
Yeah, sure.
It's the same.
So even though it's a private lake that is cared for by the community, they can
It's still
come
under
out.
the same purview.
So they can board people's vessels.
Absolutely, they can.
Yeah, and a lot of that is safety, as we like to have fun during the summer, maybe have a few alcoholic drinks. I mean, it is important to realize that, you know, overdoing it, you know, does lead to problems out there. Everybody wants to be safe out there. So if you know, when it is a kind of a self-policing community too, I mean, if you see somebody out there, you know, it's not, you know, being that nebby neighbor that's like always out there trying to catch somebody. But if you see something, we have, like I said, I have kids out there.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want is to have any kind of accident out there just because somebody just wasn't doing, you know, 100%, you know, not necessarily the right thing, but just lost their inhibition a little bit, whether it was speed, you know, or night, not having the proper, not having the something simple as a life vest on the boat, especially for the children and you know,
and life
kayakers
jackets.
too.
You know, the life vest for kids is the for everybody. You have to have a life vest on the boat for everybody on the boat. Yeah, and it's real important. So that's one of the reasons why Doe Valley has decided to inspect the boats themselves. So
make sure we have all that proper safety equipment. So no, the lake's good. I know we've had that assessment from the dam, and of course more will follow with that later in the year. It is a great lake to have there. A lot of fishing going on there. I know we have the fishing club that has a kids tournament sometime.
Yep.
Going on there. We've tried to take care of some of the geese population out there legally.
Well, we have a new tool out there this year we're starting with. It'll be interesting to see. I won't share too much here, but it's a little remote control device that we'll get some video of that, and interesting to see how that works.
Okay. But no, it's a fun time out there in the lake, and looking forward to it.
Did we get control of the beaver population? Or do we still have a lot of beavers out there?
Well, we still have some beavers out there.
Mm-hmm. And this is baby beaver time, right?
I'm not a professional at that. But my guess is there's some young ones coming about now.
There is. It's not called Doe Valley because of the lack of deer. So there is a lot of deer. And of course, this is spring, so we're going to see a lot of young animals of all sorts and types, including our skunk population that's out there.
And raccoons.
And raccoons, so yeah.
That's the air freshener along 1638.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're all, somebody's always getting it.
Polecat Highway.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate both of you taking time out of your busy work days. I know that Eddie needs to get back to Doe Valley because there was a lot of damage there. This is spring break. Stephen's with us on spring break. There's lots of activities going on, a lot of people out traveling. We just appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having us on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thanks everybody for coming in to the, you guys for coming on the show as well. Great shout outs for all of our sponsors, and just always great to know what's going on with our neighbors in Meade County. So thanks for being out here. You guys have a great day.
All right. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
I'm off to see the wizard.